But this is a story that we cannot ignore. It happened in one of the most upscale areas of Hyderabad. That is 50-year-old Renu Agarwal, who was found in her house with her throat slit, her hands tied, her legs bound, and her head completely smashed with a pressure cooker lid. The people who are suspected to have perpetrated that crime are her own domestic help who had just been hired 10 days ago. And these two men seen here casually talking to each other in the lift after apparently committing that horrific murder have escaped from this gated colony which had CCTV cameras and all security arrangements, carried out this crime, and they are at large now. They haven't been caught just yet. Renu Agarwal's family, imagine, came home in that gated colony in an upscale part of Hyderabad and found her body. Let me tell you the sequence of events and how it actually took place. 50-year-old Renu Agarwal is the woman who was killed in her flat. This was a high-rise building where it happened. The victim was hit with a pressure cooker on her head and her hands were bound. Throat was slit with a knife and with scissors. Her hands were bound. She was found lying on the floor. Her legs were also tied. She was killed inside her home in a gated community by her own house help, who was someone who actually stayed on site. The suspects were seen, like I showed you in those pictures, in the lift's CCTV camera. They took a shower. They took a shower inside the house, if you can believe it. They changed their clothes and then they casually exited with new clothes after the murder. They had the time and the confidence to actually do that. They left their blood-stained clothes there at the victim's home. And there's a huge number of CCTV camera footage showing exactly how they left. They also looted the house with about 40 grams of gold and about 1 lakh rupees in cash. So robbery is believed to be the motive at this time. They were seen leaving on a two-wheeler which belonged to the neighbor after this particular murder. They are both apparently from Jharkhand and may actually be heading there. Now let's tell you a little bit about the two suspects, Harsha and Roshan. Two domestic workers were involved in this murder, Roshan and Harsha. Harsha was the house help who was working for Renu Agarwal, the Agarwal family, and he'd been hired via a manpower agency just about 10 days ago. He came from Jharkhand, as did Roshan, apparently, hired by the Agarwals just over a week ago from an agency that was based apparently in Kolkata. Roshan, who was a friend of Harsha's, worked for the neighbors. The both of them allegedly colluded, murdered Renu Agarwal, looted the house, had a shower, changed their clothes, had this casual conversation inside a lift showing no hurry at all, and then they left.